I'm Ed Cunningham, the Chief Beard Officer of Frontline Beard Co. And today we're going to talk a little bit about a more of a serious subject on Frontline Beard Buzz, and that's on PTSD, especially for first responders and military. And I've spoken on this on multiple podcasts. I've spoken at it at conferences, at fire conferences. It's not an easy subject because there's a lot of people out there that do struggle with this for real. It's kind of become a buzzword. I mean, you got kids out there saying they're now having PTSD because they got pulled over by a police officer and they got scared, and so now they have it and they need to be on medications. And I'm very much against that. I am about total men's health, and that's not just physical, but that's mental, emotional, and spiritual as well, and even financial we'll eventually get into. But the topic of PTSD, real PTSD, that keeps coming up for you is, this is where I get a lot of pushback. The number one way to understand and beat PTSD is extreme ownership. The only way you can fix it is by taking full ownership over the fact that you created it. You created it. Not the trauma that happened to you, but how you chose to process and hold on to that trauma. Now, a lot of us that have been through the things we've been through in the military and the fire service and the police service, we learn as men, we learn to bottle things up in order to continue with the mission, in order to do what we're supposed to do, what we're trained to do, what we're expected to do. And the best way I can describe it is the analogy of a bottle that sits inside of you. And this bottle's got a really strong cap on it. And every time we have to move forward with the mission and not process what's happened in the moment, we take it, we push it down that bottle, we pop the cap back on it, and we move forward. Most of us, though, wait until it's extremely pressurized before we actually start taking the things out of the bottle and working with them. We just shove one thing after another while we try to serve and protect our communities, serve and protect our families, serve and protect everyone but ourselves. And this bottle is a beautiful bottle, and it's beautifully created because at the top of the bottle, the cap, has a pressure relief valve. And as the pressure builds, it'll release just enough pressure to keep that bottle from exploding. Because when that bottle explodes, that's when we have our serious breakdowns. Without that cap releasing the pressure here and there, and when I refer to it as releasing pressure, that usually comes out in the form of an anxiety attack or just an over-the-top moment. And I've been there. I've been through that. And it wasn't until a good mentor of mine talked to me about extreme ownership and understanding that it was about how I had processed or refused to even try and process these traumatic events in my life that caused it, that I was able to finally take ownership over it and actually work on it. If we put the blame and the responsibility on an outside stimulus and source, we give up the power to fix it. In owning it, I was able to finally start processing the things that I had been through. And some of you have seen the podcast that I've been a guest on, have heard some of the stories about my life and some of the things that I've been through. I keep those close to home, and it was really tough at first to share that because I was sharing such an intimate and real vulnerable part of me out there. And you know, as guys, I'll tell you this, when I went through my divorce, I sat down at the table with a bunch of the guys that I had been on the job with and told them that I was separating and get a divorce. And when I tried to explain to them what I had been through, what my side of it was, they were just very off-putting. Like, oh, come on, like, you're a big guy. Like, you know, abuse doesn't hurt. When your wife punches you in the face, it doesn't hurt you. And yeah, it was unfortunately us men, especially our generation, my generation, was never taught how to actually talk about it, both in receiving and giving of what we've been through. So I wrote a blog about this. I shared some personal sides of me in the blog on the website, and would love for you to go check it out, comment on it. You can reach out to me personally. I see every single email that still comes in, even though we get a lot of them, and I will personally respond to anybody that needs help. If you need help, reach out, ask for it. I got a list of books of great knowledge that helped me through my PTSD and helped me heal to become a more whole man. Here at Frontline Beard Co., we're not just about the beard health, although that is where we're starting. We are about total health for men, and that is our mission here. And we ask you to join us and be part of the Frontline Beard Code family in doing this. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook. Follow us on YouTube, and visit the website, check out the blogs, and we would love to hear from you. Thanks again. We'll catch you on the flip side.